Hello vinyl community and the rest of YouTube. It's Thrashing Zombie here again, and I have a bunch of vinyl pickups, thrift store finds, and a couple of mail pieces. I already opened them. It's been about a month. I've been getting some more, and I have a stack of records here. I'm just gonna start it. Let's go right into it. First thing I got in the mail was this Megadeth reissue. So far, so good. So what? I was gonna wait and see if I could find a earlier copy, but I really wanted it. So, and it price dropped. So I decided just to pick it up. Sounds pretty good, except it's the remastered, which I'm not a huge fan of because I listened to the original so much that I can tell the differences. And it's fine though. Hopefully I'll find another one, an original one. This is a little bit of a story here. I got this one, another Blue Oyster Cult. This is the second album, Tyranny and Mutation. I bought this off of a woman, I'm not sure how old she is, on Facebook. I think she said her dad passed away and this was his collection. And I saw this. I was like, oh, I'll take that one. But I didn't realize that it was such bad shape. The record's okay. But I went to another place and I found another copy. Better copy. This one, I think I switched the records because her record was actually better than this record, but the sleeve was better on this one. So I switched the records out. If anybody wants a, you know, VG or G jacket, and I think the record's probably VG. I didn't listen to it. I mean, it looks okay. There's some scuff marks, and I think there was some scratches, not like deep or anything, but I mean, it's not terrible. Yeah, it's might be a VG or a little less. So if anybody wants this, I'll trade you something else, same kind of condition. If not, I'll do something with it, I guess. There's those. 1 second. Okay. Now, we're going to start with, we're going to keep going with record store purchases that we went to Burlington, 3 weeks ago on a Sunday. My wife wanted to go to a wine tasting with some friends, and I don't drink wine. So we went to the wine tasting, I sat there, and then went to Church Street, which is this big long street that you walk on. No cars are allowed on it, but there's a bunch of stores, and there's like 3 record shops up in Burlington that I know about, 2 off of Church Street. So I was like, well, you guys can go find some other wine tasting or liquor tasting or whatever, and I'm going to check to the record stores. So I went to, the first one was Burlington Records, I believe it was called. Lots of records there. It was a nice store. The guy was friendly behind the counter. And I looked at the metal section. There wasn't a whole lot there. And I happened to talk to him about, everybody's metal section is like so light generally. He said, well, a couple weeks ago we had a guy come in with a huge metal collection, and there's not a whole lot left. And I said, so I missed it. And he's like, well, we got one on the wall, a couple on the wall that he brought in that are left. It's like that overkill and overkill. I'm like, what? Which one is it? And I wouldn't say it's a grail, but it's really nice to have this. It's Overkill's first album, Feel the Fire. Nice condition. I mean, there's a little bit of corner wear on the corners, but the record is like near mint There's no scuffs, no scratches, nothing on that Mega Force gray label. Yeah, I'm this. And tell you what, it wasn't cheap. But I'm happy to have it. I hardly ever see overkill vinyl anywhere. So just to have this makes me happy. So Feel the Fire by Overkill. And there also, oops, these are messed up. This. Sorry about this, guys. I'm missing an album here. Yeah, I did. Alright. And then I also found Wasp, The Last Command, $10. And it's like really nice. It's a very nice copy. Wasp is pretty good. So yep, that's that. And I found another Blue Oyster Cult that I was looking for. The Revolution by Night. And this one, I had to pick it up. It was $5. And this band does not get a lot of love. They get a lot of hate. And a lot of metal fans, they will rag you until you can't take it anymore about this band. But I know my wife kind of liked them, and they're alright. I mean, they're not the greatest, but it was $5. And it's in really nice condition for $5. That's Winger's third album. In the heat of the young, in the heart of the young, I said, you know what? Screw it. You know, it's Winger. They get no love. But for $5 in the condition it's in, I said, hell with it. I'll get it. And then after that, I went to. Give me a second here. Yeah, okay. I went to Pure Pop Records, which is off of Burlington Church Street as well. That one's kind of down below. It's kind of a dungeon. But they have a lot of records in there. And they had a sale going on. What was it? Was it like 25% off or 20% off 80s music, which included like originals and reissues from 80s. And then it had clearance of other stuff. I picked up 2 albums there. The first one was the reissue of South of Heaven by Slayer. This is one of those ones that was like 20% off, 25% off, whatever it was. Yeah, this is only my second Slayer album because I really didn't want to buy the reissues, but I saw this and I couldn't pass it up. So, awesome songs on here. The title track, of course, the Mandatory Suicide is great. Ghosts of War is awesome. The cover of Dissident Aggressor, is that a cover? Is that Judas Priest? I think it is. I'm not sure. But this, yeah, one of my favorite Slayer albums. And then in the clearance, I think this is used, was Lord Dying, Poisoned Altars. I've heard them online. I don't remember the songs, but I love their cover art. It's just great. You know, it's got Poison Altars on there, Clearing at the End of the Path, A Wound Outside of Time, An Open Sore. So, you know, kind of just the same old dark lyrics probably that you see in a lot of metal. I don't think this was colored. No. But apparently it was I think it was an indie release though. Oh no, it's Relapse. There's I think it's 180 grams. That feels kind of heavy. no go in. There we go. Oh, here's the inner sleeve, or the lyric sheet. Yeah, most of these I haven't cleaned yet, haven't had time. So now we're getting to local stuff. That was from my trip to Burlington. And then new pickups I got over. Went to Newberry Comics. Didn't have much that time, so I went next door to BAM, which is Books and More, I guess. They have records. Don't like the way they store them. They're jammed in there so tight. I had to take like 4 out to actually flip through them. But they had this one, Rage Against the Machine, first album. Fairly cheap compared to Newberry's copy. Theirs was, Newberry had it for I think $27, and BAM had it for $22, I think. So I decided to get the one from BAM. Now all I need is, I have Evil Empire. I forgot what the name of the other one is. And also at BAM I picked up this for my wife. This band's okay. Shine Down, Threat to Survival. I don't know really any of their songs. I listened to this. It's not terrible. Not really what I listen to. It's hard rock, but you know, they're radio rock. It's gotta get old. I guess they're very popular at the moment. And then this custom inner lyrics and this on the back. The problem I have with this thing, oh, it also came with a CD of the album. I think it has an extra track on it too. See, it's not lined up properly. This is kind of weird. It doesn't really fit in the sleeve that very well that way either. I don't know if that was intentional or what. Alright, now we're getting to the thrift store. Well, not technically thrift store. These next few are from... Oh, that doesn't belong there. Wait, it doesn't. This doesn't belong. This doesn't belong. I had these set up a certain way, but apparently not properly. Okay. Not thrift store. Newberry Comics again. Excuse me. Newberry Comics again. I stopped there yesterday. I've been stopping at the Listen Center, which is the local thrift store, every day. Not finding a whole lot. But I get paid every 2 weeks. I got paid yesterday, so I go to Newberry's on Fridays. And I went there yesterday, and I was talking to the guy, one of the guys that works there. He's like the manager. He was also the one that was there for Record Store Day. He knows me. I sell some stuff to him. So every time I come in, he's talking a little bit, and he told me yesterday as I was walking toward the used section of the records, first thing I saw was an Anthrax I'm the Man. And I was like, that's new. I already had it, so I didn't get it. And he knew what I was going for, so he's like, yeah, we got a bunch of older metal albums in the other day. Yesterday, I think he said, Thursday. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I got some other stuff behind the counter which are a little bit more expensive. And I'm like, well, how expensive? And he's like, well, there's one up there for $100. And I said, $100? But what is it? It's a band called Black Knight. I have never heard of this band. Maybe you guys have. I have no idea. But apparently it's the original pressing of their first EP or only EP, I think. It's like 5 songs on it. He showed it to me. It's like an original pressing of it, and it's like pretty rare. So, $100. No, I did not buy that because I don't know the band. I'm not going to spend $100 on an album unless it's something I really want. Maybe not even then. But anyway, as I was going through the used stuff, I found a bunch of stuff that I was like, holy crap, people brought this in. They had Flotsam and Jetsams, first album, Doomsday for the Deceiver. had that in my hand. I put it back. I'm not a huge fan of that album, even though a lot of people say that's their best album. I put it back. And I had Best of Metal Blade Records, Volume 2, 3. I don't know. There's only like 4 bands on there that I knew. Put that back. But I did pick up 4 albums of bands I do like and I really wanted. Their sleeves aren't in the best of condition. Records are pretty nice though. So, first one I got is Possessed, Beyond the Gates. Now, this is this fold out one. Folds out. Folds out. Folds out. Folds out. See, the sleeve of the jacket's not falling apart, but it's definitely got some wear. Still comes with the original inner sleeve. I mean, the record looks really nice. Did not pay a huge amount for this, probably because of the wear on the corners and stuff. Oh yeah, this is on the original Combat label. Okay. I think it's the original Combat label. So that's an early pressing apparently. I don't know if it's an original. Possessed, Beyond the Gates. Pretty nice, pretty happy to find that. It's on there. Oh, forgetting further, I got these new sleeves. I don't know, I'm sure people have seen these. It's the one with the extra pocket in the back. I'm trying them out. I know these are in, not the way they said to be in here. I'm supposed to put these in upside down, the jacket. So the top's at the bottom, and then you flip it over, you slide the record in. But I haven't cleaned them yet, so I'm not doing that. Just so everybody knows. And Possessed EP, Eyes of Horror. 5 songs on here. It's also on the Combat label. Like I said, the jacket's not in the greatest condition, but it's got the original inner sleeve as well. Combat. And to me, these are some nice finds, because even though they weren't at a thrift store, super cheap, still they weren't extremely expensive. They weren't $30, $40, $50, $60. And this one, huge fan of this band, Creator. I was hoping it was going to be not the biggest fan of this album, but I still like it, and I wasn't going to leave it there for somebody else to get, because I love Creator. Like I said, not the hugest fan of this album. This is one of their weaker albums, I think, in their earlier years. But this was on the just plain old White Noise label. Like I said, the vinyl's really nice. I don't know if this, oh yeah, this is the original inner sleeve. It's got lyrics on it. It's nothing on the back though. And somebody wrote on it. Yeah. That's annoying. Was a big song on here. I think Toxic Trace was the one that everybody knows that they do a lot of their live shows. And maybe one of us. Okay, I'm done. The last one I got yesterday I was quite surprised at the price of this. It was $9. It's like, what is this, a reissue from like 4 years ago or something? Or what's wrong with this? That's Sabotage, Hall of the Mountain King. And I still couldn't figure it out because it looks super nice. It's got the notch. And I looked closer. I think I figured out why. Because if you look at the corners, there's tape. Somebody put tape on the corners. Why? Maybe they were splitting. I don't know, but each corner has tape on it. But the rest of the album and the rest of the jacket looks, except for the notch, looks like it just came out of the freaking plastic. I love me some Sabotage. Maybe the earlier albums are worth more than this one. I don't know. I know Gutter Ballet is kind of pricey. It's an old Atlantic label. But I actually just listened to this at work today on my earpiece. I felt like listening to some Sabotage. And then I go to the record store, and what happens? This album's for sale. So, yeah, very happy for that one too. Even though I have to say that Gutter Ballet is my favorite Sabotage album. And then this one. I'm not going to turn this one down either. Okay, now we're getting into like the more the thrift store. Not technically thrift store. 22 minutes. There's it right there, 22 minutes. I'll look at the stack here. Store in Hanover. It's a record store, DVD store, music store. Tiny little place. Doesn't really have a whole lot of records generally. I go there every so often. But I found an autograph. That's the stuff. And I think this was there as well. The Hollies, Distant Light. I bought this for a long, cool woman in a black dress. Got a cool cover. If you flip it over, it's got like some weird fish thingy here. And, so yeah, the Hollies. And the Pretenders, Get Close. I don't know if I know any of the songs on this album. I have their other three, the first three. I think this is their fourth. And then after that, I got, this is all. And then I went to Consign and Design, which is a consignment place. I think I talked about that before. The guy has like thousands of records in this place. I found some stuff there. I put some new stuff in. He came in while I was checking out, and I bought this one that he was bringing in, only because it's a Japanese version with the Obi strip. I don't know much about T-Rex. This is what this hits. Can't really say. Great hits. But I like Obi strips. It's the back. He had another one from Japan. I think it was the Animals, maybe. Oh, see, this is how their sleeve's supposed to be. The opening's down here, and then the opening for the record's up there. T-Rex. And this one I actually went back for. I wasn't going to get it. It was $6. I looked it up online, and it's selling for $20, $25. So I said, screw it. $6. Ace Frehley. Trouble Walking. The old Mega Force label. For $6. Where it's selling for $25. It's in pretty nice condition. And the guy said that he remembers the prices from memory, but he has stuff like so overpriced and other stuff underpriced. For example, I got this not knowing really what it was. My stepdad has this cassette, and I thought, oh, he's got good taste, I'll get it. Sloan Justice. He had this price at 10. What a waste of $10 that was. I really, really hate this album. It's not what I expected it to be. Looking at it, I thought it would be like alternative rock or, pop rock or something. It's straight up country in my ears. And I freaking hate it. You want it? Let me know. I will send this to you. You can have it. I do not like it. Okay, enough of that. And I got an autograph there. Sign in please? Or sign in peace? Sign in please. Actually, I may have got this one in Hanover and then the other autograph at Consign and Design. I forget which one's which. Not that it matters. And I had this copy of Europe that I had for a while. I got it listened years and years and years ago. And he had another copy of Europe. And I thought this one didn't have the original inner sleeve in it. And it's kind of beat. And he had this one, which is in better condition. And it has an original inner sleeve in it. But mine does have the original inner sleeve. So I just picked this up for a couple bucks. $5 I think it was. So I just gotta clean it. I like Cherokee. That's my favorite song on this album. Not the Final Countdown, like everybody else. Alright. Oh, this is a cool find too. Gamma 1 at the Consign and Design. I've never seen any Gammas. I see people show them on the VC all the time. I've never seen any in my area. I saw this one. It's a great cover. And another one I've been looking for, which isn't really worth a whole lot, but I like the tubes. It's a see-through cover here. This is the outside inside. Is that what it is? Outside inside, yeah. The back. And this is cool because the eye logo. I don't know how it's going to look with the different inner sleeve, but I'm changing this out because these sleeves suck. They get all wrinkly. And this is another cool find there. Never seen this album anywhere either. Not the greatest album from this band. Probably not the worst either, maybe. I don't know. Black Sabbath, Born Again. Love the cover, huh? But this wasn't super cheap like I wanted, but I wasn't gonna leave it there. I mean, it had a couple other Black Sabbath albums as well, but like everything else, I think he doesn't really know the prices like he thinks he does. He has 3 different Beatles Revolver albums in varying conditions, and they're all priced at $20. One of them, the sleeve is literally falling apart, and it's $20. And he has another one where the sleeve or the jacket's like pretty nice. It's $20. And then he has one. Hold on. Losing the records here. 3 different ones, and they're all $20, same price. It's stupid. Okay, so we're done with the Consign and Design. And these are a few I picked up at the antique place in Queechee. Bad Company, his first album. Yeah, never had this album. You know, it's got the song Bad Company. Everybody should have this album, I guess. And a couple of strange ones here that, you know, doesn't really fit my profile. I got some Paula Abdul, Forever Your Girl. You know, Opposites Attract is on here. Straight up. Brings me back to my childhood, you know. Whatever. And then some Simply Red, his first album. What's the name of this? Picture Book. This was a weird find too. I didn't even know there was a album for this. Jacket's kind of worn. It's a Repo Man soundtrack. It's mostly punk on here. Iggy Pop, Black Flag. Institutionalized by Suicidal Tendencies. So my video stopped. Here's Repo Man again. I'm gonna have to edit this, I guess. Suicidal Tendencies. Institutionalized is why I bought this. That's a nice find nonetheless. And a couple more Holly's Greatest Hits. Where did I get this one? I don't remember. And St. Elmo's Fire soundtrack. I got this at Listen. These last few are from Listen. This was a cool find too. Talking Heads, Speaking in Tongues. Saw this at Newberry they're selling it for like $16. And last but not least is Stevie Nicks' second album, The Wild Heart. What's on here? Stand Back. That's a big hit, I guess. And that's it. See if I can edit this. Never had that happen before. I suck at editing, so let's deal with it. I'm just kidding. Until next time, rock on.